Hello everyone, I hope you can see the screen. So today we are making a small mini project, let's say Enterprise Defect Management System. Like in Enterprise we have different product and sometimes they get defected. So like the defection level can be like major, minor, critical, and certain types of defect happens. And in this project we will be developing this mini project using loops. We will be using functions, we will be using error handling for now, and we will be using conditions, if else conditions. First of all, let me tell you how to, like, I want to create this project on a virtual environment. So how to create a virtual environment in Python? You write Python 3 and we do m, and then we do virtual env. Let's say env is my environment and it will create a virtual environment. You can see the files here as well. And how to activate it? So we do source, we go into env folder, then in win, and then in when we do activate. This is how you activate activate the virtual environment. You can see env here, so this means the virtual environment is activated and you can see the folders here. So we will be doing this, so we need to know what type of function we will be doing. We will also be using JSON and datetime class as well. So first of all, let me tell you the function we will be building. We will be building like load defects. Whatever defects we have in JSON file, we will load them. And one more thing, I have like this copilot feature on, so it will give recommendations. I will be using it to creating the default like sample data. Def, we will do save defect, in which we can pass our JSON or dictionary data, and we will save them. Save the defect, we will add the defect. We will add single defect. We let's say defect that will come, it will have some ID, and what else it will have? It will have product. Clear it as well. It will have some product ID. It will have some defect type, what kind of defect it was. It will have some severity level, how severe it is. It will have location line, which production location it's on, line 1, line 2, line A, line B, line C. These kinds of things we will be having. And in add, before we add a new, what we will be doing, we will be loading the complete effect. After that we will be checking if it's like exist or not, and then we will be saving this defect. So this will be our add, and then it's like view defect, or let's say get defect. How to get a single defect? Here we will be checking only one defect, so we'll be passing defect ID, and we will be loading the n number of defect and then checking if it exists or not. That will be our get defect. And what else? Report, we will be having like severity, summary, defects, summary report, we will be having, where we will be like loading the all the defect and checking their severity levels. how severe they are. So we will be using JSON file, like creating a JSON file. Before that we need to specify the path for the file. Currently we have like this is my folder defect detection logger. So I will be using pathlib library. From pathlib import, we will be importing this path, and I will create an instance of this path class. Let's say data, it will be my folder name, and it doesn't exist currently. So I will do what function it is. There is a function which will mkdir, which will create the folder if it doesn't exist. So we need to set the present true. If it's present, we will not create it. If it's not, then we will create it. If it already exists, then we will not create it. So it's that simple. And what will be the file name? File name will be dir slash what file name, defect data or defects data dot JSON. This will be our file. So for starting, we will be like me doing these two functions, load and save defect. So how do we save into let's say start with load. We have something with keyword and open function where I will be writing my file name, and mode will be read, and it will open as a file object. And what I will do, I will return this. I will use JSON class. I will be using JSON package import JSON, and I will be using this JSON.load to read the file. And here I just wanna tell there is another thing like JSON.loads loads. You can see here we just do the strings here, currently here is a file object, and if you are using loads, then you put the strings here. It takes the strings and read them. So we are doing the load, using the load. It's easier because it will read the file, and in other loads we need to read the and how to save, we will use with again. We will open the file, and we will just simply use write. We will use a write as file, and we will just dump. You can see here is two function, dump the file object. And if you are using JSON dot dumps, then you need to pass here string. Like currently the defect I will be using, it will be a dictionary. So I will be just use dump. Otherwise, if in case of dictionary you have string, you will be using dumps. So that's the thing. Defect I will be using, I will be putting in file, and there is an indent which will create indentation to our JSON data. If I don't use indent, it will be in single line. So we have done this much. Currently we see we don't have anything here. So let's just run the code and see what happened. It should create a folder, and it should create a file. If we can see a data folder, and it did not create a file because we did not call the function. So we need to call the function, like it run till here, and then here we did not call load or save JSON. I can only call load because here I need to pass the dictionary. So let's just call load, load defects here at the end. It should file not found. There is an error, we can see file not found, and it did not created a file. So to handle this we use try. If our file is not found, then we will accept file not found error and return empty JSON. Now let's see what will be the output. File not found, it will not throw an error and our application will work smoothly. I need to use print so I can show you the output. It will show empty dictionary, and yeah, that was it. Didn't create it because it didn't run this, because it didn't find the file. When we do save, it will create. So before we do save, we need to implement add function. We need to add some data, so let's implement add defect function. First we have some data defect. Let me remove this. We need to do defect 1. Now I will be using this Copilot feature because it's easy. It helps to create simple data. I will be using tuple. It will be defect ID. It already gave me, it's a defect ID. Here you can see product ID is this, type crack happened to our project, severity is high, location assembly line, it happened in assembly line. Location of the defect, here you can see defect. It just really helps. It's good for creating simple data. Here we can see load defect 5. I can do create some data for me. Come on, it's not giving any suggestion. Come on, give me some suggestion. We have product 4, 5 of the 5. There is discoloration, scratch, deformation, corrosion, some good stuff. And last one, let's say defect 6, assembly line 6. Okay, low, medium, high. Okay, we have 3. Severity, low, medium and high. I can also do like severity will be fixed. So what are we doing? Severity levels low, medium, high. I can use tuple instead of this. You can see the Copilot feature provide good recommendation, good for creating this. And defects input, I'll just use this. It created a list of this tuple and I will be using for defect. I can just shut it down. I can code the rest of the things. Defect, I will be looking defects input. Here we have defect input, and I will be calling the add defect function and I will be passing defect. So I will be passing these tuple to my defect function, and it will give some error. Oh no, it will not. I have not implemented add function. So we are passing tuples, but here the inputs are like this. I will tell you, I will run it, then it will throw some error, and then I will tell you what's the issue and how to resolve that. So Here we will be loading the defective file. Have already some. Here we will be getting this empty because we don't have the file, so it will be returning this empty, and the defects will be empty, and we will be checking if our defect, or I will show you the errors in that common. We will just do defect id. I will be using this id, these ids, and I will be creating a small list. I need to use it again to make it easy for me because it's just data. We will do product id. You can see this defect, severity level, location. We will just assign these inputs here, and it will create a function, and at the end I will just pass this defect and save the data. I will return f string. With f strings we can just defect id saved successfully. It's also giving indentation. For now we have let me close it. We have these list, and I will be passing these to our add defect function, and it will run for 6 times, and all these values will come here, but it will give error. Let me show you the error first. The error is add defect missing 4 because it's a tuple. I am providing 1. If I do this, then it will be assigned respectively. Key arguments we call it. I didn't use br print, but the data is added because it doesn't give any error. Here you can see the file is also created. Defect JSON is also created. We have 6. If I run this code again, then it will again I use print this time, so you can see these IDs are added, and here you can see the data is repeated 6, like I have 5, like a d4 3 2 1. The data is added successfully. So that is the thing. And what else we can do? We did this much. Now let me just do one thing. Here I just run the load and print just to test load defect function, and it's loading everything. If I just delete, there should be a JSON read error. Yes, you can see JSON decoder error because file is empty and you are reading an empty file, so it throws an error here. Here we do this read the file, but the file is empty. I just erased the data, so it throws this error. So we need to pass this as well. If the file is there and we are trying to read it, this is a JSON load file, because in file it's empty, and JSON load to throw this error when we read it. So if this happens, so this will be return, we will return empty. So now if I run this, it will show that like nothing is there, file is empty. So we did implemented load defects, and we did save defects. defect we implemented too, and we also did add defect. Let me just uncomment this add function and let me run this. I have run this, and yeah, it's for some reason it's like I run the same code twice with same data, you can see, and it like write it once and then deleted it and wrote it again. So I don't want this. I want my system to know if I am putting same data, it should say like data already exists. So for that, if defect id in defects like dictionaries, then it should return, like to write a return statement, it's like this guy is very awesome copilot feature. It should give some recommendation when it's reached the limit. Okay, my bad. Defect id defect id already exists. Defect id